Alright, welcome back. This is the Teyo the Shield Master, Shield Mage build. It is a very high survivability build. We're also using a bound shield that comes from a mod. As often as possible, we will try to get time blocks. That does increase our damage output overall if we're able to do so. Because of the block tree and ordinator boosting the damage of your bashes after a timed block, and also commensurate with your stamina. Those are the two things we always need to be tracking. There we go. All right, let's focus in. Another tool we have here, if I can get a good aim on him. There we go. We have Spell Scribe with Lamamara, which will heal us. And while it heals us, ooh, okay, let's back up a little bit. There we go. We need to put our shields back up because they only last for so long, and after they run out, you see I have Dragon Hide to start, but I don't have it anymore. And then after our actual ward runs out, we are lacking damage reduction. Alright, flip the Grave Robbers down. Varg's down. Now, as you can see, this is a lot easier than a lot of my other builds just because of how straightforward everything is. This guy's running away, he's running around. There we go. So we also have this. Hold up. Oh, it didn't knock him down. There we go. For people who like to run away and back away, it's easier to just knock him down first. I don't think I can knock him down more than once in every minute, right? Okay. Cool. So that's Bleak Falls Barrow. We're gonna move forward to our next guy. Our next target is going to be our old friend, the Kingslayer. Normally I'd go through Bleak Falls Barrow, but I've started to understand that there's not much value gained in demonstration of the internals of Bleak Falls Barrow. It's just a bunch of Draugr, which they're not particularly challenging for builds. So you might as well face different bosses, different super bosses, than just Bleak Falls Barrow. Alright. It's getting kind of late. I think there's still enough light for you guys to see what's going on. So one thing I want to demonstrate while you can see it, if I try to cast Greater Ward now, I'd only get 180 points of armor rating. But if I cast it now, after combat begins, I get 472 points. And the reason that is because of my Okado's Recital. I have on Okado's Recital the Tome of Restoration, which increases my resto by 15. And I also have from a mod called Chronomancy Golem, which increases my restoration by 150%. Alright, so those things together are significantly increasing my capabilities. Make sure you hold it for long enough. Oh man, there we go. Alright, just gotta get my shield up before he knocks me out. Okay, we traded there. That's not bad. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Not having a shield up is always bad. Yeah, his little shout thing can knock your shield off, knock your ward off. You gotta recast it. Can get back into the battle. We're up to full speed though, so we should hopefully be able to take him out. Where is he at? There we go. We did some damage to him. There we go. He's out. Kingslayer's down. Alright, one more test. I haven't even tried this test yet, but we're going to take on some dragons. Now our wards should hopefully hold against them. Yeah. There we go. Okay, it looks like that may be a little too much for Skyrim. We're going to try it one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll call it there. But yeah, the wards themselves should help absorb a lot of the dragon's roar, so this should theoretically be simple enough. It's just a matter of chasing down the dragons, which can take some time. Um, so I may or may not go all the way through with this just because a lot of times I'm not able to completely chase a dragon when it goes across the river or something. It makes itself a little too difficult to get to in a timely manner. Doesn't make for good viewing of a video. Alright, so resting place again. You wanna actually cast it maybe? Yeah, it looks like casting this It looks like casting all that's going to be too. It's going to do too much. I'm not going to be able to demonstrate against those dragons. So instead of going through the dragon thing, I'm just going to show you the build itself. The build itself is actually extraordinarily simple. If you're familiar with a lot of what EnaiRim includes, you can copycat it quite quickly. The big deals are going to be your block tree, your alteration tree, your restoration tree for sure. Restoration is probably the biggest deal, but you take less of it than you'd imagine. So, ignore destruction. Originally, I thought I was going to do more of a staff build with this, and then I ended up not doing that. So, this is for the bound shield. I got this via a mod. So, these perks are from Volcranator, but the bound shield itself is modded in. And that is so that we could cosplay Teyo the Shieldmage a little bit closer. Again, we did not use destruction. Resto. We took a lot of stuff in Resto, but again, less than you think. We didn't go False Light, we didn't go Poison, we didn't even take Warrior's Flame or any of this Hallowed Burial stuff. We didn't go Pilgrim. So basically, all the other things besides those particular things are what we ended up taking. One big thing you need to make sure you do is take a respite, or otherwise you'll end up running out of stamina quite quickly. And then, of course, the wards. Alteration is kind of just take everything that matters type deal. Arcane Thesis is on Greater Ward. Enchanting, again, I thought I was going to take Staff, but I didn't. We did end up taking Spell Scribe, which is with Lamb of Mara. I'll show you what that spell does. That spell, I believe, is from Apocalypse. I might be wrong, but it's definitely within an EnaiRim. Um, either Apocalypse, it's either Odin or Apocalypse. I'm pretty sure it's Apocalypse though. For 30 seconds, you gain 35% of the health target loses, and of course, with Respite, you also gain your stamina back. So it's really nice to have on a shield bashing build, which chews through stamina very quickly. Block. Here we have a lot of things to help us with dealing more damage with bashing and also blocking better. So that's what we do here. And that's about it. It's a very simple build. Okado's recital is the last thing we really need to go over. Um, our Okado's recital, I think I might have already said it, but we have the Toma Restoration, which is why you see I have 115 points in Resto. The extra 15 is coming from the Toma Restoration. Um, I also have Ethereal Circle. Originally, I took it because I was using Magnus. I got off of that and started using Mara instead, but that's an artifact. Really, it doesn't really. You kind of have an open space here. You could use resist elements or something else if you need to. And then from Chronomancy, we're using Golem. It does slow you down, but it also has a lot of benefits to it. Those benefits include increasing the magnitude of your restoration dramatically, which we use for Shielded Daybreak here to also help keep our stamina high. Your stamina being high directly kind of feeds back into your build when you look at the block tree, bashing deals 3% more damage per point of stamina, so it's a real big deal to make sure that you have a high stamina at all times when you're trying to do damage with this build. You don't really want to run out of magicka or stamina at any time. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time. Yeah, that's about all. We do have Dragon Hide on Okado's preparation, but it only lasts for about a minute. So after that wears off, you need to make sure that you have your ward on. Your ward will get you near maximum physical damage negation if you do all the things like include Golem and include Toma Resto and include Arcane Thesis. All those things will add up together and they will get you very, very close to maximum damage negation. Shield of Daybreak will help you block better. But realistically, I don't have any crafting on, actually. Let me say it that way. I don't have any super powerful weapons because I'm only summoning one bound weapon. Uh, I have basic stuff that the game gives you: Peerless Restoration Circlet, Master Ropes Resto, Necklace of Players Blocking, Ring of Nullification. These are all things you can find in game. You don't need to craft them, and they're weaker than your crafted items anyway. And that's about it. It's a very, very simplistic build. Um, Let me think. Let me see if I can get into a little bit of trouble here. Let's try to get into some trouble. There's one dragon here. That's why I'm going to here. All right. I hate when it doesn't actually activate. There we go. It's active. That's active too. Let's get involved. Oh wow, the dragon I want to fight is already dead. All right, well, you'll be an okay. You'll be an okay substitute. Ancient Dragonborn. You just decide. Did you faint? Did he faint an attack? But you can see Lamamar just going off continuously, keeping my stamina maxed out, which keeps my damage maxed out. The only thing I can do to get more damage is time block. Oh. Guess he counts as a Draugr. Forgot how much of a tough son of a gun this guy is. By the way, if you want this guy in your game, the mod is Deadly Bosses of Skyrim. And I find a lot of times people think EnaiRim's OP, but if you have the right mods, it's not OP at all. Obviously, even with my build, that's very powerful. There are some enemies that are just going to cause issues. All right. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get to fight the dragon, but we got to do a lot of things. Yeah, he just kind of just got murdered. I don't know by what, but he did. So as always, I've been me. You've been awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's try to get a good ending photo here. Be cooler if I could actually hold the shield while doing it, but whatever.